Intermittent fasting meal ideas. I made a video about 3 years ago with meal ideas for you. That was before we even founded the weight loss community, Eat Like a Bear, with all of its success cases. And as I came out of the gate with my 140-pound weight loss and was just making some videos for friends, I gave some intermittent fasting meal ideas. And so back then I recommended, like being low carbohydrate, so ketogenic diet types of meals within an eating window. And that's how we came out of the gate at Eat Like a Bear in that Facebook community is like, hey, you know what? Just restrict your eating in terms of, the time and restrict the carbs and like find your groove within that framework. And over these 3 years, what we found from like all of that diversity of implementation is that a key meal type really rose to the top as being really very effective for weight loss. And so I introduce it to you here. This is called the Ridiculously Big Salad. And if you followed me along much at all, you have not missed the Ridiculously Big Salad. And so this is an example of the type of meal that I would eat during my rapid weight loss phase. And yeah, it's huge and it takes me like an hour to eat it because it's so big. And it really it's calorie minded, it's low in carbs, but it stuffs you. It fills you up every day like it's Thanksgiving. And so you're satisfied and you can draw the line on your eating and walk away. We have cooked versions of this. So this is the salad, and we have what we call the cooked RBS. And that works really well too. We're finding the salad to be maybe a little bit more effective because it's a little more satiating. But these are the meal types that have risen to the top amongst all that variation. And so if you're really struggling with a meal framework to sort of check out, I do direct you to this because it really has driven a lot of the success in the community. But I still love the idea that we're all going to just kind of find our own path in it. And let me just add one thing about the intermittent fasting piece, and that is that people, a lot of times as they're getting started, they look at the 1 meal a day approach and think like, well, gosh, I mean, that's really strict. That's really hard. So I'm going to do 2 meals a day. It's sometimes easier, especially for we excessive people, to just eat and get it over with and draw the bright line and walk away from food. Consider that. Check out some of my other videos on the topic because I am increasingly a strong believer in the 1 meal model. Even in maintenance, I really appreciate being able to draw that line and walk away.